Joining us now, Democratic Senator Michael Bennet of Colorado. He's a member of the Senate Intelligence Committee. What are you hoping to hear from the CEO?
I know what we're going to hear, which is that we should believe that it's okay for a wholly owned subsidiary of ByteDance that's controlled by the CCP to do what it wants in America when it's been banned in China because China calls it digital opium, when China won't allow our own digital platforms to broadcast anything in the People's Republic of China. That's what we're going to hear, and I hope we can move on to more important issues like the shooting in Denver yesterday.
So, but how to cut through the concerns about TikTok that even Congress is dealing with, and the members of Congress and other people who work for the administration asking to take it off their phones. What can the CEO and what can Congress and members of the committee do in this hearing to get more information about how that data is being used?
Well, Mirka, that is such a great question. When he was in my office, the CEO admitted to me that my interpretation of Chinese law was correct, which was that any time the CCP wanted to say we're going to have the data turned over, that ByteDance and therefore TikTok had a legal obligation to turn that data over. Now he's saying something different in his testimony to the committee. That's what he said very clearly in my office. I heard the Chinese government was saying today that our banning of TikTok, if that's what we decide to do, might create a worry about investment in the United States of America. I say we should take our chances. They have done their level best to destroy their own tech industry. They haven't allowed us to have our tech industry there under fair circumstances. They've spent the last 25 years, Joe knows this, they've spent the last 25 years stealing our IP, allowing the United States to export to China our most valuable technology. They've built their space program, among other things, out of that for the privilege of our sucking out the lowest cost consumer products that we can buy at the dollar store and Walmart, and now hypnotizing us with TikTok, which the average American spends 3 weeks a year on. I think we can do better than that as a nation. I think we can do better than that as a country, and the sooner we ban this, the better.
Jonathan Lemire, Senator Bennett's right. He alludes to the fact that I know something about this because in 1995, 1996, 1997, one of the things that I worked with Nancy Pelosi on, we didn't work on a whole lot back then, but one of the things I did work on is not extending MFN to China. Why? Because they kept stealing our technology secrets. I mean, here we are, in 2023, nothing's changed.
Yeah, a bipartisan concern. Both the Trump and Biden administrations have put out stark warnings about China stealing intellectual property. And Senator Bennet, you mentioned that message from Beijing this morning that they say that warning that a ban would hurt investment in the United States. They also, in that same message, say they would oppose. They're not going to allow the company to be sold, which is something the Biden administration had said they wanted. So if all this doesn't happen, and I know you have said you support a ban, so if a ban is voted upon, talk to us about how that could actually happen, though. How difficult would it be to put that in practice?
Well, I think the best thing to do would be to have Apple and Google take TikTok off their app store, which they could do this morning. That's what I've asked them to do. I think that would be a constructive and useful thing for them to do. And I know there's concern among people that use TikTok about this. We've got other platforms. There are other platforms. And I would say I have even a broader concern here. I mean, dealing with something owned by the CCP, for all the reasons that Joe just said, should be relatively easy for us. And by the way, he was right on the WTO. And we were wrong on so many other levels. At the same time he was doing that work with Nancy Pelosi, we were saying here, I wasn't, but there were people saying that China would liberalize as a result of the internet. China would democratize as a result of the internet. And of course, what they have done is they have strengthened their surveillance state in ways that George Orwell could never have imagined. They've exported it all over the world. They're hoovering back all of this data to China. And I think the bipartisan consensus you're talking about, which finally is showing up in this building, is an incredibly important one, because this is the path to this country creating decent paying jobs again in the United States of America. I think this is the path to turning the page on the chaos of Trumpism and saying there is more for us to do as Americans to show up and compete, to demonstrate that this democracy and this capitalist economy of us can create freedom and opportunity for the country, and that we can lead the entire world in a coalition, not against China, not that's at war with China, but says we have a better view of the way humanity can work than a security state that's cozying up with Putin, that's exporting TikTok to the United States and oppressing the Uyghurs back there. We have a better vision for humanity, and I think we can have Republicans and Democrats standing for that. Donald Trump will become an irrelevance in that political world, and we can finally move on and start building a middle class again in this country.
Democratic Senator Michael Bennet of Colorado, thank you very much.
And Senator, we're thinking, please pass along for us. We're thinking about everybody that was impacted by that school shooting. We, of course, like so many people, horrified by the fact that a Michigan Republican Party would try to politicize. I mean, put up the most heinous things as we have a Denver school shooting. So our thoughts and prayers are with the people there, and also with you and others who are trying to get reasonable gun safety legislation passed.
Joe, I so much appreciate that. I know I used to be the superintendent of the Denver Public Schools, so to see two employees of the school district shot, to see, on the 2-year anniversary of the shooting in King Supers in Boulder, and I'll tell you, I spend a lot of time with young people because of that job, and we should be asking ourselves, everybody in our generation should be asking when it was, and it's true for me, when I hear that a young person, I'm not talking yet now about what happened yesterday, but when I hear a young person the age of my children has died in Colorado, there came a point when I no longer wonder, was it a car accident? Was it leukemia? Right. The question I ask myself is, was it suicide? Was it fentanyl? Was it guns? And that is not the country that our kids should be raised in. One of these kids said in the paper today in Denver, this is not what high school should be like. This is not what high school should be like. And it's not their fault that high school is like this. It's our fault that high school is like this. And we should change that.
Thank you, Senator, very much. Thank you.